We're here with Brett Rogers, who's fighting Josh Barnett on Saturday night. Josh, obviously, great stand-up fighter. You can punch. We've seen that before. Stand-up fight Saturday night. That's what you're looking for.
Oh yeah, man. I'm definitely looking for a fun and exciting fight. Hopefully, we both can keep it on the feet and get the fans what they want. But also, in the long run, I'm kind of excited to do a little bit of everything and a little bit of extra. You know, I don't want the fighters to think that they're gonna see the same Brett Rogers every time, every fight. That's not gonna be the case. So before, it used to be the same thing. Now it's more MMA, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
So there's a new Brett Rogers coming into the cage on Saturday night. I've trained with you actually down with John Marsh, amazing wrestler for both UFC and Pride, and you were obviously down there working with him for wrestling because he's got great wrestling. A new Brett Rogers.
Oh yeah, definitely a new Brett Rogers. Where I figure I have to be a lot more mobile. I didn't change my diet up, so I feel a lot better as far as you know, moving, sticking and moving, and I'm just excited to see what it's going to look like this weekend, because I've never been down here a week before and actually on weight. I've always had to put in some extra time to get those extra pounds off and then pump it back up. So we're gonna see how I float around in the cage.
So you're saying a more professional Brett Rogers in terms of preparation for the fight, and you haven't even been in that game for that long. What got you into mixed martial arts originally?
Man, I've been raised in real life action, and I love action on TV, and so I kind of went into amateur boxing. I did taekwondo, those disciplines early, and then it just led into MMA. And at that time, you know, I said, okay, this first fight, if I win, I'm going to stick with it. If not, then I'm going to stick with boxing, because, I mean, boxing, I love boxing. And it's just one of those things. Boxing was always around at that time, even though the UFC was around, because I was a fan first. And but now I have to push all of that to the side and understand that, I mean, I am the event. I am the event. I can't think like, you know, amateur pro. Because, I mean, up until my last fight here at Strikeforce, that's how I thought. I used to just be more, okay, give me the date and let's go. Instead of, who am I fighting? What are the options? Okay, let's go. You see what I mean? So I definitely matured, calmed down, and been a lot more patient. Because I can't rush situations. And especially being that a win is a win and a loss is a loss, and I'm technically down too. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm just going to move forward and hope for the best.
So you definitely had to say, obviously, you in the heavyweight tournament that many consider the biggest heavyweight tournament of all times in mixed martial arts. You came from a boxing background. Would you want to be able to do both? Would you want to have a few pro boxing fights too?
No, that's too much to focus on, man. To be back and forth like that, I'd rather just be on one side of the fence and work MMA. And I mean, not just for me, but for my fans from point A to point B, man. They understand that this is not no cakewalk. You know, MMA is one of the toughest sports in the world. And I stand on that one, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people is going to stand on that too. And for me, it's still a learning process. I'm still young. I'm not walking around here saying I'm a veteran to nobody, but yeah, I'm just gonna go in there hopefully with a smart head on my shoulders and get a win.
You definitely have some opponents that are veterans of the game, not just on Saturday night, but a lot of the other guys. Combined between fights, rounds, and years, you are the spring chicken compared to a lot of them, and especially on Saturday night. Josh obviously hasn't fought in the US for quite some time, but he has stayed active. When it comes to Josh's previous fight, have you seen all his fights? You have an opportunity to see a lot more of his footage than him of you, obviously.
Right. I'm not gonna say I've seen all of his fights. I mean, I ain't like that, but I mean, I've seen most of his fights, and he's a respectable opponent, man. He's not no punk by any means. He definitely knows his range. He knows how to protect himself, and he knows how to make uncomfortable situations. So knowing that, like I said, I'm just gonna be patient, and I'm just gonna do me and what I know I can do, and just hope for the best.
Last question for you. What do you know about Dallas, except from that they won by the basketball NBA championships?
You know what? I don't know anything about Dallas. So far, all I know is the Mavericks and these walls is looking pretty nice. That's it.
Did you know that JFK was shot in Dallas in 1963?
What?
I just learned that myself.
Nah, man, I've never. No, I take that back. I've been to Texas once, and that was for Corpus Christi. It was a fight, and but it hasn't been Dallas. I always hear a lot about Dallas and Houston, so maybe I might get out and about and see something. I don't know.
I think there'll be a couple of after parties Saturday night, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm pretty sure it will. Hopefully, I can celebrate.
Good luck on Saturday night, Brett. We'll see you in the cage.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.